To another edition of Diaspora Weekly. My name is Jermaine Nkrumah, and you're right here on DNT. We have a special guest, like we always do. We bring the best on this station. We bring the best on this show. And I have a sister of mine that you'll get to meet very soon. But before we go there, before you meet her, as we always do, there's the jangle. So what's the jangle? This is Jermaine's angle, and I'll drive around and I see things and I have to bring them to the viewer's attention. You know, we invest in a lot of emergency vehicles with lights, and what makes them emergency? It means when they're coming on the road, you need to swerve to give them way to pass because they are emergency. Could be an ambulance carrying someone trying to save life. It could be police rushing to a scene to solve a crime. But because the emergency status has been abused, now nobody pays attention to them anymore. And so when do we know when emergency is an emergency? You're going to see a video right now of a police vehicle with emergency lights going on, and nobody's paying him any attention. In fact, as I was following him, somebody actually tried to pass him up. Who passes an emergency vehicle? Because nobody respects them. And nobody respects them, why? Because we've abused the emergency status. You have people who are nobodies like me. They'll go and install those blue and red lights in front of their vehicle, and they come thinking everybody's going to give them way. So after a while, guess what happens? People look at this and say, okay, so blue and red lights don't mean anything. So when it's coming, I'm just going to mind my business. You have to wonder, how many lives are we losing because of that? How many crimes are going unsolved because of that? People, we have to be serious. If it's an emergency vehicle, it has to be an emergency vehicle. And people need to react accordingly. And so for me and for my observation, that's the jangle today. We'll be back with our special guest. Stay tuned.
Hello. My name is Kofi Opon Ochre, and I bring you NASA on DNT, a program designed to expose corruption and indiscipline in our society and advocate for the punishment of these offenders whose activities impede national development. The National Road Safety Commission indicates that Ghana loses $230 million to road accidents, with over 1,600 deaths recorded every year. In 2018, Shraj report indicated that Ghana loses 13.5 billion Ghana cedis to corruption. And United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF has also stated that Ghana loses $290 million to poor sanitation alone. This is not right. So make a date with me, and together let's name and shame the offenders of the law. NASA, see something, say something.
Welcome back. I promised you, and I wasn't going to fail you. I have with me in the studio special guest. Welcome, Madame Alele Veronica Hemming. It's also a pleasure to have you. And you came all the way from Bole to be with me.
Yes.
I'm so grateful. There has to be. I have to be special.
You're special, brother.
And she's just not any Veronica. She's a special. Let me tell you about this lady. United Kingdom. Do you know how many Ghanaians in United Kingdom? Probably about how many? A lot. I mean, Ghanaians, when they fly 6 hours, they're in London. All right? And of all that, my sister, Veronica Hemming, Alele, was the women's organizer for NPP. For how long?
6 years.
6 years. And now you're back home to help, and you're the DCE of Bole district.
Yes.
Now, that's Mahama's district.
Yes.
Does he come over there?
Yes.
He comes over there. You
Yes.
see him?
No.
No. Okay. So what's it like back in the districts, and coming back and the terrain and all that stuff?
Coming back, first of all, thank you, my brother, for having me.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
I always gave myself that time that I'll have to come back to Ghana and to put in what my people put in for me.
Oh, wow.
With my studies.
Okay.
I'll come back and also give it back to them.
There you go.
So, coming from a background that is like, my background is somehow royal.
Okay.
My uncle became the paramount chief of the traditional area, Gonja traditional area. Long before that, my grandfather was the paramount chief. He was the longest.
So you're wow.
Yes. So actually, I am somehow royal, even though I'm not like, I don't royal. So going to London and knowing that I need to come back. I need to come back.
Okay.
But come back to Ghana.
Okay.
Where do I want to be? I wanted to be in Bole.
Wow. And you see, what makes that special, we'll come to that. But let me first, you said something. The people made you.
Yes.
And so you have to give back.
Yes.
So why don't we take the conversation from there? When you say that people made you, what does that mean? Take us from the beginning. Is that where you grew up?
I was born and bred in Bole.
Wow.
I went to Alele Primary School in Bole.
Okay.
I went to St. Francis of Assisi Secondary School, Chirapa.
Okay.
Before then, I was in the middle school in Damango.
Okay.
So you see...
So you're local, I mean, you are...
Local bred.
Very good.
Local bred.
Wow.
And after my education, I was lucky to work in one of the biggest financial institutions for 15 years.
Here in Ghana?
Here in Ghana.
Which one was it?
Ghana Commercial Bank.
Oh my goodness. Ghana Commercial Bank in Bole?
No. Ghana Commercial Bank, first in Ho, Boku, Tamale, Bema Camp, Accra High Street.
You've been all over the
All
place.
over.
You know how to count money very fast.
Oh yeah.
You were a teller?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could just weigh the money like this and I know
be able to tell
okay.
how many?
Yes.
Wow.
That's me.
Can you weigh this phone and tell me how much?
No, that's the money.
I'm just kidding.
It's the money.
Okay, so you got all that and you said, all right, at what point did you decide that you wanted to go to London?
High Street.
Ah.
All the ladies were going and coming.
Oh.
You know, they go and they come, beautiful shoe, bag to match. I'm thinking...
Me too.
Why not?
You know, it's kind of similar to my story. I mean, I've told this a million times.
That's why you're my brother.
I've told this a million times, and I'm sure people are going to go, oh, there he goes again. But if you leave school and you're a club DJ, you know, back then, people, when they go abroad, they come back home. That's where they spend money.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and looking at them, and they say, me too, I have to go there. So that's what drove you.
Me too, I'll go some.
Wow. So when you decided, was it difficult to leave?
No. The time I left, you didn't need a visa from home.
That's when they had this Commonwealth thing.
That was the time. You just go to the airport.
Really? What year was this?
1985.
85? Yeah. So in 85, they still had the Commonwealth thing?
I think it changed in if I'm not mistaken, 1986. We were just the last batch, I think. So,
okay, so let me place that. I remember when the Rollins chain came around.
Yes.
So I think that window, 82, 83, until it changed, I can only imagine how many people actually...
it was
you just showed up, you bought your ticket, you showed up, and you flew
just
to
get
London.
your tickets.
That's it.
It was rare for them to bring you back that time.
Okay.
And when I got there, luckily I got married.
Okay.
That's where I turned the name Hemming.
Hemming. Okay.
That's not my name.
So
my
you're
name,
Mrs. Hemming.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Hemming.
Okay. Very good. And you kept the name up until this time?
Yes.
Wow. There's got to be a reason why.
Why not?
Okay.
I've got a son.
Okay.
My son is Henry Hemming, and my son doesn't want me to change the name. So I couldn't change it back to my maiden name.
So how's Mr. Hemming doing?
He's doing well. He's doing really well.
Very good. You guys are still together?
No, we are separated, but we are friends.
Very good.
Yes.
It's always good to maintain
yes,
like
yes,
that.
Yes.
And it had to be friendly for you to maintain that, because if it was a difficult marriage, I'm sure you would have taken that Hemming and thrown it out a long time ago.
No, my son. I have a son who is...
Okay, so that's a consideration more of your son than anything
else. My son,
else.
yeah.
Okay. So you get on a plane and you travel to London to go and do what?
To go and do... do what?
Because there's something like, me too, I'll go some.
Me too, I'll go some.
But at some point you had to have a plan that, okay, if I go, I'm going to do this.
I had a plan.
Okay.
If I go, I'm going to change my life. Changing my life means what? I have to go to school. I only had O levels.
Okay.
In Ghana.
Okay.
So now, if you go, what do you bring back?
Okay.
You must bring something back.
Yeah.
Not only money.
Yeah.
But bring something. So I went to school.
More
so I actually went to school.
Wow.
First I did housing.
Okay.
B.Tech in housing for the sixth form.
Okay.
Then I went to the university.
Okay.
And I did management studies.
Okay. So you said when you left you had O level.
O level.
Okay.
From Ghana.
Which means you and then you did A levels there.
Yes.
Okay. Now this current generation doesn't.
They don't understand that, but
any of
I
that.
think that's high school.
Yeah.
A level is high school.
Yeah. No. We used to do 5 years of secondary school.
That's the O level.
From 1 to Form 5.
Yes.
You do your O level, and when you
Yes.
pass,
Yes.
you go and do 2 more years A levels before you get to
the
university. Yeah. And there were special instances where you could go from Form 5 to the university, but
Direct.
that was rare. Yes.
It was rare.
Yeah, it was rare.
And in fact, my A level for that reason was 1 year.
Okay, for 1 year.
Yeah, they didn't understand. With all my O level results, they didn't understand why I should
you
even
needed-
do
okay.
the A.
And so you did the A levels there, like you
Yes,
said. Okay.
I did the A.
But when you started, you said something. You said you wanted to come back and give back. You know, I know people back, because I lived on the campus of now KNUST. And the people who went to university there, they were really, really taken care of. They ate full breakfast,
Yes.
full lunch,
Yes.
4 o'clock snacks, and dinner, free. And then some of them, as soon as they finish, they leave and go overseas. If somebody went through that and they're watching right now, you want to tell them, you came back, you went with O level. You didn't go through all that spoiling.
No.
But you came back and you want to give back. What do you have to say about those who went through this spoilage and went there and they're stuck there? They don't want to hear the name Ghana again. How do we get them to pay back?
It depends on the individual. But I would like to tell them, if you've got all this free, others didn't get that.
Yeah.
So when you go back, think of home.
Yeah.
Think you are coming to help your people. Especially when you are from the part of the world that I come from. The northern part of Ghana, there's poverty. So you go back there, come back. Even if you can't bring money, come and support your people.
Yeah.
In some way, whichever way. Like me, I really wanted to help, so I came and stood elections.
Yeah.
I was the candidate, 2016. And when you go around and you see the poverty around the people, you will not think of ever going back
and
abandoning them.
Yeah.
Since I came, 2013, I've been to London once.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Once.
Wow. Since 2013?
Yes. I went once.
You've been here all this time?
I've been here all the time. Had a British passport, I gave it back.
Okay. Okay.
Just to come and be with my people. I mean,
you know, I have some guests in town right now. A couple of Caucasian guys from Texas. We were talking and he made a statement. He said, you know, I met a lot of Africans and there's one common thread that he sees, that when he meets a Ghanaian, and he went to Harvard University, so he meets Ghanaians and he's dealing with them. The moment they see something, they say, oh, wait, how can I take this back home? So he says that's a common thread with Ghanaians. But when he talks to the other Africans, he doesn't see that. Other Africans want to make money right now and they don't care about their country. And so that tells me, and our studies, Diaspora Network Television, our studies indicate that 80% of Ghanaians want to come back home at some point. So I'm really curious, why is it that someone will go through all those freebies? And I'm talking about, if you go to university right now, you will cry if you see how the university students were treated there. And then they finish, they leave, and they're living their lives, they're not coming back to help. That has to hurt. There has to be, what would you suggest? Do you think there should be a program or a policy to somehow compel these people to contribute, or at least pay back what they spent? I would vote for that policy.
I think I'll vote for that policy as well.
Yeah.
They have to bond them.
Yeah.
You go to the university in Ghana,
Yeah.
work in Ghana for some time before you leave.
Yeah.
Or if you leave, we'll bring you back.
Yeah.
I think they will put in what we put in them.
Yeah.
Because that exodus is too much.
It was
it's terrible.
Yeah.
If you are there, like you've been there, I've been there too. You finish university, you want to go outside, the jobs you do there, before you even get your foot in, it's so demeaning.
Yeah.
You may not like to even come back.
Yeah.
Because you don't want anybody to know what job you're doing.
Yeah.
So why don't you stay here and try to make it? I'm not saying that don't go abroad.
Yeah.
But it's difficult these days. It's really, really difficult
to go there and believe.
To go there and think that you can make it. It's difficult, very difficult.
All right. So we'll go on our first break, but for those, for you viewers, since we have a diaspora audience, you, the Ghanaian that went to university in Ghana, if you did your national service before you left, great, more power to you. But if you did not do your national service, you have not paid back what the government spent on you. And it's incumbent upon you to figure out a way to come back to contribute. Sending money home for them to build a house for you is great. It helps the economy, but I don't think that's enough. At some point, you need to make a personal commitment to come back home and pay back to the government what it spent on you before you left. We'll go on a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Lock on Hello Entertainment Box.
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 Are you expecting money from your relations abroad? Have you ever been defrauded of your money remittance? Open an ADB account today. Send your name and your account number to your relations abroad. Ask them to use MoneyGram direct to account service and receive your money in your account in minutes. With MoneyGram direct to account service, there's no PIN code wahala. You can now access your money on all ATMs in Ghana or send it to any mobile money wallet using ADB mobile banking app or shortcode *767#. Visit our branches nationwide to conveniently receive your Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Unitylink, Transfast, and Express Money transfers. Reach us on our Facebook, website, or call our hotline on 0302 210 210 for more information. ADB, truly agri and more.
Hi and welcome back to Diaspora Weekly. My name is Jermaine Nkrumah. I'm blessed to be joined by my sister, Alele Veronica Hemming. And so, let me get back to this name again. So, what is your surname before you picked up Hemming?
Kipo.
Kipo. How come we don't hear that? That from now on, that's what I'm calling you.
Long time ago.
That's what I'm calling you. So
I love that name.
Veronica.
Alele
Hemming Kipo. Okay, I'll add that to it. Very good.
So let me tell you some funny story before you. This Kipo sent me to Ho.
Kipo? Oh, really?
Yes. When I came for the interview for Commercial Bank, they thought that Kipo was an Ewe name.
Ewe name.
I was only 19.
Okay.
They actually sent me to Ho branch because of Kipo.
And I'm sure they didn't tell you why at the time.
I found out.
Wow.
I found out. I don't know anybody in Ho, and I'm sent to Ho.
Did they provide you accommodation?
Luckily, we had Commercial Bank courtesies.
Courtesies, okay.
I was lucky. One of the officers decided that he doesn't want to live there.
Okay.
So he said, if I want to live there, fine. So I went and lived
well, look
there.
on the bright side.
I
you
know.
got to know about Ho, and
yes.
you know, sometimes it's good to.
It's very good.
Very
Sometimes
good,
it's
very good, very
yes.
good. Kipo, right?
Kipo, yeah.
Okay. So now you're in UK. First day you land. What happened?
Already, I had, you know, we all had these connections. Your cousin is there, your brother is there, something. Your friend is there. So I had a brother, that was my cousin, who was there in UK. I asked him if I could come and live with him. He said yes.
So you had a soft landing.
A very soft landing. So I went to him, and he was on his own 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, wow.
We had a cousin who had that flat, and he was in America.
Okay.
You might know him, Professor Yakubu, late.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yakubu Saka. He was even
yes, in our dealings, the name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he was the candidate for one of the political parties that time.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had a flat.
Yes, I remember the name.
Dr. Yakubu Saka, he became prof. So he had a flat. My cousin was living in there. So when I went, I just took one room. So
you land in United Kingdom, and you're picked up at the airport.
I found my way.
Oh, you found, they didn't pick you up at the airport. How do you find your way from the airport?
You always know these things with your friends.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you did your research.
Yeah, you get down, you take train, you go. The train will cost you this much, so you have to have that money. Okay,
so now I know you have a story. I know you. Look, everybody has this story.
Big time.
You get there first time. No, if nobody came to pick you up, I know there was some funny stuff that happened before you finally got to the
Oh
apartment.
God,
what happened?
They said I should take a train. But when I got there, I had money. I changed my money, my pounds.
I've got a commercial, right?
So somebody also said, if you want, you can pick a black cab.
A black cab?
The black cab will take you straight to your house. Give them the address.
Wow.
And I had the money. So I had the money. I wanted to get to the house safely. Take a train, get down this.
And
I was going far away.
So you took
Forest
a black
Gates. From Heathrow to Forest Gates. No. So I just took a black cab.
Hope you had enough money.
Well, I don't remember what it was, but I paid and got home safely.
And you knock on the door. And
he was there. He knew I was coming. He knew I was coming.
Wait.
He was a student at that time.
So why did you ever ask him why he couldn't take time off to come at least meet you at the airport?
I don't want to put pressure on anybody, you know.
This is not, what about the pressure on you?
There was no pressure. It was like you get down there, it's cold. I got down there in winter, it was freezing.
And did you have enough clothing?
I didn't know about anything. I just had no clue.
Okay.
But I just sat in the black cab, got home. It was freezing. I didn't even... Nobody wanted to come out.
Yeah, so that helped.
It helped.
Because the black car, you weren't exposed to the weather and everything.
No.
Okay, so your first few days, what are you learning, getting your feet wet and all that?
My cousin was so good.
Okay.
My cousin was so good. He actually said, today you rest. Tomorrow we are going out there for you to look for a job.
Okay.
So next day we were out there. He took me to where he used to do some part-time before he would go to college.
This was 85, he said?
Yeah. It wasn't like today. Anywhere you go, you get something to do. Anyway.
At that time, right?
At that time, you get something to do.
Yeah.
So that's how.
So the question of having the papers to work wasn't even an issue at the time?
No, it was. But when you get there, you have to get your national insurance card.
Okay.
That will give you work to do.
Okay.
So I think the next day we went to the National Insurance Office. I did my application. They gave me a time to come for my card. You know, it wasn't as bad as this time. Now when you go there, they want to know if you've lived in this country for how many years. They want to know where you work. First, they would like to know where you work. The workers have to actually give you a form to fill. But it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
Just
for me, my anger is they had this common